Have you ever wanted to see what was inside of something? So I'm sure many of you know what this is. This is a prop, and a prop is something you can use to, well, mess around with. I mean, Garry's Mod is of course a sandbox game. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Now of course some things never get old. But have any of you ever wondered what the inside of these barrels could look like? Well, today we're going to take a look at exactly that. This is the Visual3DMasks mod. Now, I'm not much of a developer. I don't know a whole lot about game development, but I know one thing, this is a wicked cool mod. Let's stop talking and let's get right into the business. So first things first, there's a few things you have to do. You need to initially find a way to fuse these things together. Now, we have, well, one way to do that, and of course that is the No Collide mod. By simply right-clicking on an object with this tool, we can now phase things into each other, and that is the first part of what we have to do. The next thing we need is to make sure that we do have an item with the texture that we want on it. Now you can do this in a few different ways. I'm sure there's even a mod you could download, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the material tool, and let's go ahead and slap this on. Now that we have that set up, hold Q and go into the Visual3DMasks tool. This is going to be exactly what we need. Now listen very carefully because the order is very important. Right-click on the material that you want to copy over. Then you left-click on the item that is being phased through, and then left-click on the item that is phasing through the object. Once you've done all that, pull away the item. And look at what we have. It is pretty damn awesome. It almost looks like magic. Now there is almost this like faint, transparent hue where you can kind of see, okay, there's some trickery here going on because, you know, this model is still very much here. As you can see, we can still leave decals on it, but it looks like we took a giant chunk out of it, and the chunk that we took out is proportional to the item that was phasing through it. In fact, look at this. If you were to put this in, it looks like the texture behind is phasing in front of the item that's going in front of it. Oh, my brain. Now, it took me a long time to figure this out because I am a noob. Thankfully, a few people were helping me out in the comments and, of course, in the discussions page. I also want to thank Fuegi for suggesting this mod because I did see it on the front page, but I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. But now, I have all the power. So one thing that I do want to mimic right off the bat is, well, in some of the screenshots, it looks like they took chunks out of the couch, and it looks really cool. So I'm going to do this in a few different ways. I'm just going to go ahead and put this thing here. There we go. Now, once again, make sure you do have something to just put a material on. I'm going to go with the ball because, well, that's what was used in the description, and it looks pretty cool. I'm going to go for a mirror look. This totally isn't going to ruin anything. All right, let's go ahead and right-click. Left-click on the main material you want to apply it on, and then the thing that you're, well, just going to move away. Oh, ho, ho, ho! And already we broke it. I was hoping we were going to be able to do this, and, well, it looks like we did. And look at that. You could even see elements of this sticking out. It's kind of hard to see, but look at that. The silhouette is there. Alright, one thing that was definitely loved was the flesh texture. So let's go with that, see how this goes. Again, right-click this, left-click this, left-click this. Bada bing, bada boom. And there we have it. A chunk of the couch is now missing. Now the cool thing is you can kind of keep doing this as many times as you wish. Let's go ahead and try this. Now I would recommend a more ordinary looking object because, well, a fridge ain't cutting it. I also clicked the wrong one. Oh god, what have I done? Maybe we can restart this? Alright. What? Oh. Well, now the fridge has a giant fleshy piece cut out of it. Alright, so for real, if you guys are serious for making a good looking shape, it's probably good to use something like this. We're gonna do it right this time. Right click, left click, left click. Look at that. There we go. Now I do wish that there was a way to remove that ever so slightly transparent hue. I couldn't find anything in the settings or the console or the description, so I'm guessing that this is probably a work in progress. Again, this is just kind of a test. But now the real question is, can we use it on ragdolls? Let's go ahead and do this. And oh no. It looks like we're seeing right into his body. That is pretty neat. Well, no point in stopping now. Let's go all the way. Oh, ho, ho. So on a ragdoll, I feel like it's even more obvious to see that, oh. Okay, we are discovering things here. Like I said, guys, just a test. This is not like a fully finished mod or anything. It's more of like a concept, if you will. And it's pretty cool so far. It's a little glitchy, of course, you know. Again, test. But the one thing I do like about this mod is that it's even possible to do in Garry's mod. Because just imagine the potential. I mean, look how cool that looks. From here, that looks really awesome. And the weird glowy silhouette thing isn't as visible until you get right up close or you have like a material in the way that makes it easy to see. So overall, this is really awesome. Let's try it on one more big object and then we'll close this video out. Alright, so I really did want to try it on an object as big as this cube. Let's go ahead and grab this. Simply take your texture, but this time, you know what? We're going to do another material because the fleshy color is kind of getting old. Let's do something interesting. Let's do this rusty color. Alright. Once again, right click on the material, left click on the main item you want to have the hole in, and then left click on the, well, thing that's going to make the hole. And there we are. So the thing I've noticed is it really does depend on the angle you look at it from. So, you know, if we put this like in the sky, it could be pretty obvious, but look at this. Once you can hide that transparent layer, that looks pretty damn awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it really does look like we took a giant chunk out, and it looks like we shouldn't even be able to do this in Garry's mod. And of course, we can go one step further. Whoa, that looks trippy. Because we can do it once again. And we can make the... Alright, forget that I did that. So what do you guys think down below? Definitely a pretty cool concept of a mod. Obviously does have a few interesting issues, but hey, the fact that we can do this in Source is pretty damn sweet. Despite this mod not really having a lot going on for it, it definitely is just absolutely awesome. So let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.